Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from the one, the only, the Pirate God Patches, showing off, well, what is just high rolling, because yeah, Patches has fallen off very heavily in this patch. He's one of the heroes that has dropped significantly in terms of playability, and especially at high MMR, there is far too much poison, Murloc, big stat boards, and boards that are kind of the autoplay play into your buddy line. And the amount of stats you can put on the board as a pirate player just pales in comparison. But nothing beats APM pirates if you get online. Nothing beats the high roll of getting a hold of Hogger than getting a hold of everything afterwards. One Hogger won't do it, but high roll a couple times afterwards and you're off to the races. Because it turns out when you can look at nearly, hundreds of boards per turn, you can pick and choose what you want and pivot accordingly. All right, enjoy. About that. Alright, well that's awkward. Turn 5 Guff. It's the right turn to fight Guff. Hey Em, why are we staring out the window? It is what it is. I think we have to take a 4 now. We'll be sad about it. Cool. If you don't read that message, I'll be highly disappointed. I read your message now. Sunshine stream? Look at this shit. Look how much this window is open. There's a dog in the back. Very useful for. Yeah, it's a 5/5. Sucks, but it is what it is. This guy tripled into a 3. Wrathwaver into a 3. Gross. We just gotta level and live with it. She a sunbather? Not really. I mean, I've seen worse hits this game. Or than this game. I've seen worse hits. We've had worse patches games. 6 gold. We could sell and roll. I mean, there's a little bit of value there. Could try to level to 5 aggressively because of the extra 6 gold. Probably not, though. We need some stability. We're still pretty shitty, guys. Like, in the grand scheme of this meta, this board is not good. Like, we got a Hogger. Congratulations. But if we can't get to 5 without dying, or we can't get another triple into, like, say, for example, a Tony or another Hogger, then we're going to scale at a rate of practically 0 per turn right now, because we don't have anything that scales with Hogger. And just don't fight Varden, Rag, Naz, Cookie, Guff, or Maev in 2 turns. We'll just dodge everybody, because every single one of them will spike reliably on turn 8 or turn 9. So we have to hit multiple more times to win this lobby. right now, we're okay. Right now, we tripled into a Hogger, and it's the best result we could have gotten. We have stability off of Raider. The only question becomes, do you try to level immediately? And I think we do, because we go for the shot for Tony, since we have the 6 gold. Otherwise, we'd stay on 4. I like you. I like you after leveling, though, right? Okay, game. And you know that part about high rolling? You just have to do it. We generate a gold off of this. We sell this back through. We pick you up. Then we pick you up, and then we have to drop 1. And then we can buy both and put them through. And then we can play this at the end. There's a brand. There's a brand, chat. Alright, let's do this too. Do we want the pair or do we want the stats? There's a brand, chat. And then you just put the stats on the board. Alright, now we hit. Like I said, you gotta hit one more thing. We hit 2 more things immediately. How sick was that? 10 out of 10 turn. Doesn't get much better. We're even with this guy. It's because of the baby crush, right? We gotta get something to hit the baby crush so it doesn't keep getting value off of us. Good try, Bran. There you go. There you go. Could you lie down? There's a sleepy puppy. I kind of like leveling. I mean, we're at 29. Okay. Time to go for the throat. Why level? Because we're ahead. Because you get higher quality taverns. Because you get a 6th minion on the board, so you can play pseudo APM pirates even without a golden hogger +1. You have a brand. Like, you aren't necessarily hard cycling for APM. You very well can play this for something like this, a Malgadon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 potential weak spots on this board. If we had, say for example, a couple salty looters or something, then we're incentivized to stay on 5. Because then you can just play everything through. But we don't, you know? Like, we have no value of playing pirates through unless we get a hold of a strong arm right now. Sure. Peggy? I mean, we don't have a Peggy either. Same idea. I used salty looter as an example. But we don't have a Peggy either. Another example of a card that's not on our board. If we had other cards, then we'd make different decisions, is the gist of this. Order? Why? You worried about, like, Hogger behind Grip Snarl? We're invincible. Not only that, but I'd rather keep the higher damage. We could argue, like, those two switching. It doesn't really matter. Like, at that point, they don't attack. Like, it's an irrelevant optimization. I should push that first. Alright. It's good being the first person on 6, I'll tell you that. This was another triple, by the way, but we have to sell 2 to do it. And I do not want to do that. Same deal. Really dislike these hits. Okay. So we're going to play this for Presters and keep the Bronze Warden around, right? Because we're going to look for Presters in the long run. We have Wind Fury, Amalgadon, and then we can make a big Bronze Warden with the Tusker Raider. And we can just use that to beat everybody. There are very few things that can beat that. The fact that we don't have mechs in the lobby means we can't make like a big Divine Shield cleave. I think I'd rather just make a big Bronze Warden. Not having spores is nice. I mean, it's taunted. It's not very useful. If it was untaunted, it'd be way better. This is probably not the play, this game. It's a dragon lobby after all. Yeah, I couldn't care less about the macaw. Alright, game, hurry up. Inputs dropping are so infuriating. 2 turns till pop off. Can use Tony to gold Amalgadon. Too long or too slow for the game. The game is going to be 2 turns of cycling pirates. Get to the plus 100 buff off of this. Make another big minion. Play Presters. Double Amalgadon. There are very few things in this lobby that beat that. Like, it's very hard for us to lose at this point. Outside of fighting exactly our same board. Which is like double Amalgadon, Presters, whatever, and then it just becomes a coin flip. That's what Presters does to the game, is it kind of creates late game board states that aren't beatable with anything other than itself. Is Hero Power a good idea if you have 2 perfect Amalgadons? Yeah, you could argue it's not. It's good for extra stats. Probably wait until we see an Amalgadon on the board before pushing it again. It's a good call. We've done this first. Not like it matters because we go up to pseudo infinite anyway. Okay, game. Don't hate the cleave. Gotta keep an eye out for Presters still. No, it's a little risky. Could get it. It's expensive. We'd have to push the button. I don't care. Next turn's our pop off. Likelihood of hitting a Malgadon off this hero power, by the way, when there's 5 left in the pool, assuming nobody has one, versus all other pirates eligible in the pool, is approximately like a 2 or 1 or 2%er. So you're basically giving up gold, which could be equivalent to stats, for a 2% failure. Now don't get me wrong, the 2% sucks. Cleave? Yeah, I think I'd rather play Presters and another Divine Shield Dragon over Cleave. Like, Cleave isn't that strong in this lobby. We don't have anything else left to cycle in our hand. Come on, game. Okay, let's get the end of the turn right. Okay. It's not like I want to buy that or anything. Should hold this up further. Yeah, there's just nothing that's gonna beat this. Keck W Bofur, good game element. Yeah. Now AFK. Go pick up a golden selfless hero for long term or whatever. Sub out Bran. Yeah, it's pretty much over. Hands full. These are not pirates. Allows us to be a little greedier here because we refresh and we don't have to sell. A few more extra rolls. It's okay. Selfless hero doesn't exist. It's a fable anyway. I mean, we're not going to get any of the others. I guess we can just take stats and put Nadina on the board. It's something. Don't click that one. Don't click the button. Should
could pull this to the... No, we don't want this to get cleaved. It's the only way we lose is that this gets cleaved. So we need to put this thing away from it. We could put this thing last and this thing here. So this is the last position. This is 6. This is 5. There's just nothing he's going to do about this. Well, we got to the middle of the game. We got a Bran on a double Hogger turn, made a giant 40-40, and the lobby was over. But that's Presters for you. Like, this is exactly what creates a GG condition, is that we got 2 Amalgadons off of Bran going to 6 immediately, got a Presters and made another giant dragon. We basically just clear the entire board with 3 minions. The Tears of Guff. We removed them. But yeah, that was an awkward game from the standpoint of APM Pirates. I'll wait till the song's over, you know? Because we never got Salty, Looter, or Peggy in the middle of the game. Friendly reminder to restart the game client? I will. But since we didn't get Salty, Looter, or Peggy in the middle of the game and had double Hogger, we can just go to 6 with Bran instead, pivot toward Amalgadon instead of trying to find exactly Salty, Looter, and Peggy and then find like Baron Selfless. It's a dragon lobby too, so like that's not even that great of a line. You lose to somebody find Amalgadon plus Presters. Had to get those perfect Amalgadons? Yeah, but we could have rolled a billion times and looked for more, right? Like it's not that absurd to say that what you should do is take 8 or 10 adapt Amalgadons on 6 with APM Pirates until you get 2 of them that are perfect.